Yo guys, my name is ImHeated, and today I will be demonstrating some basic box fight tips I use in everyday box fights. Do keep in mind that I am not a pro player or box fighter, but I can ensure that these tips will help you improve your box fighting skills. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. The first tip I want to go over in this tip video is safe edits. Now safe edits I think is one of the most important things in box fights because safe edits are essentially edits you make that minimize the exposure in your box fight. An example of an unsafe edit would be, say you take in a person's wall and you go for a corner edit here and try to take a shot. This would be an unsafe edit because this leaves you completely exposed in the fight. Now say a person was waiting for you to make this edit, they can line up a really clean shot that you might not be able to take because you just went for that edit and your aim is likely going to be more off. Now some examples of some safe edits would be like a right corner window here. Now this window is considered a safe edit because once you make the edit, you can stand behind the wall here. You're still standing behind the wall, so you're not as exposed. So if someone tries to take a shot, you won't take any damage. Now if the person does not try to take a shot, you have a peek here in which you can quickly strafe there. But if he's expecting it, there are also a couple other edits you can do, like right corner peek edits, where you can wait for a person to make a mistake, just go for a quick shot and reset. Or one of my favorites, the Mongol Classic, where you can go for a quick square edit here, and as they're expecting the shot and try and take a shot on you, you place a ramp to block that shot and then go for a quick edit, which works a lot of the time because the delay from the pump won't allow them to take a shot straight after. Another good peek would be the Kanata Classic, which is an edit in the form like this that gives you a little crouch peek here where you can either take a right hand peek here, jump above and reset, and so on. Now the first tip is a perfect segue into the second tip, which is essentially using right hand peeks. Now after the first tip and how I talked about safe edits like these corner peeks here, you may have noticed that I use a lot of right hand peeking. Now if you don't know what right hand peeking, this will help you here. Right hand peeking is essentially utilizing the fact that since the camera gives you more space on your right side, it is a lot more advantageous to use a right hand peek instead of peeking to the left. Now notice here, if I edit a window and peek to the right, I can do a quick strafe back and read at the wall, whereas if I peek to the left, I have to expose more of my body in order to get the cursor into the window. Now this can work for a number of peeks like I showed before. The corner peeks here give you a right hand peek where you can strafe in and back. The Kanata Classic gives you a quick peek, allowing you to take easy shots. And even like this right hand peek, which is a lot more exposing, or this right hand corner edit, sorry, is a lot more exposing, can still be utilized to right hand peek, which is very helpful. Now the third tip of this video is a little more complicated and harder to explain with only one person here, but we're going to be talking about situational editing. Situational editing is my way of defining whether or not you should take a certain edit or peek or not. Now like I said, it's going to be kind of hard to explain without a person, but hopefully I should have some example clips. But essentially, or situational editing is sort of just deciding whether or not you should take a peek. Now say for example, like before, you take a really safe right hand peek and try and go for a shot. Now if you're too quick to do it, you'll notice that the person will just be waiting for the peek and take a quick shot. Now this kind of comes with more experience in box fights, but sometimes it's better to not go for edits at all and just wait for the person to make a certain move. Now this really does depend on the opponent, but say an opponent goes for a quick edit like this, they do a quick corner edit. If you do how I said before and you just wait for the edit, you can quickly go for a shot, place a ramp, and then you have an edit for a free kill. Quick turnarounds like these end box fights super quick, and is my opinion what makes box fights really fun. So really this depends on your opponent, but you just want to be careful and make edits based on the situation you are in and not just make edits because they're flashy or cool. Like just making edits like ramping around like this or doing just edits like this, tunneling, will sometimes result in your opponent having a free 100 pump shot which isn't the best and will give your opponent the advantage in the box fight. Even if you can have a heal or something like that, you're going to be down on heals and your opponent's going to have the upper advantage. So definitely be careful with your edits. Make edits based on the situation your opponent is in, and never edit to just edit. My fourth and final tip, I know you've probably heard this a million times, but this is consistent practice. Now please realize that whenever you're doing box fights or something like that and you want to get better at the game, you have to consistently practice some of these tips as well as just basic edits and stuff like that. So to help you guys and not just reiterate the same thing millions of other players have said, check out some of the map codes and discords in the description. All these map codes and zone wars will help you do certain edits, help you with certain edits, and help you practice the game. For example, Enigma's Discord server allows you to choose between your different servers and chat with other good players, as well as do box fights, build fights, all of that. So if you're really interested in getting better at the game, you definitely want to join these certain discords. Discord is really the best way to find other players and get good at the game, as well as some of the maps that'll help you practice certain edits and overall improve your edit speed, and even some aim courses. If you do not have the best aim, you definitely want to check out some of the aim courses, because they will help you improve your shotgun aim to help you hit quick shots, more flick shots, all with shotguns and or AR spray. But yeah, consistent practice, guys. You always want to practice. I practice edits, builds every day, so I recommend you to do the same. That's all for today's video, guys. Let me know if these tips helped you, and drop a like if you want a part 2. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and use code ImHeated in the Fortnite item shop if you want to support me. I currently stream every day on YouTube, so if you want, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can catch me playing some box fights or just chill with me on stream. Anyways, guys, I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.